saying it's a dirty job, but somebody has to do it, and it certainly applies. As this week, my guest here at the house is Medusa Kurts. Medusa, first off, welcome home.
Thanks. It's nice to be home, and it's an honor to be here with you.
Medusa, let me ask you something. I know I was surprised. Sergeant Slaughter and I have talked about it. The L.P.W.A. committee basically just said to Susan Sexton, almost handed her the championship belt on a silver platter. How did you feel about that?
Well, I guess I'm not worried. It's for to be handed something like that and not to work for something. To me, that doesn't mean nothing. To win something and to really work for it, that's what it means. And I would like a shot at that. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been surprised. She's had some rather unkind remarks to make about you, and you really haven't responded.
Well, I guess a lot of people don't have a lot of nice things to say about myself once a person is productive and is moving to the top. And I guess that's why Susan feels a little, maybe probably jealous or scared of Medusa, where she's going with a positive mind.
You know, it's no secret you and I go back a long way, and I know I, for one, have been very pleased to see a change in your wrestling style here in the L.P.W.A. I mean, you go so far as to almost follow the rules.
Oh. You're saying that I do follow the rules?
Well, now, let's be honest, there have been times.
Well, okay, people do change, and yes, I have changed. I decided that I needed to really get a grip on myself and really focus in on what I want and play by the rules straight. And that's the only way you're going to make it. You need to make a decision. So I just took it upon myself. I'm working hard, and I'm training with the Japanese women.
Well, I know the fans are certainly glad to see the change in you. Now, Medusa, we're really just about out of time now. About, later tonight, I mean, you're basically pretty free, aren't you?
Why, Kim?
Hi, I'm Misty Blue, friends, and I have a few letters here from a few of my fans. And the first one is from Johnny Walter from Gulfport, Mississippi. He says, "Who is the toughest opponent you ever wrestled?" Well, I think the next opponent is always the toughest, but I would have to say the Nasty Girls, because they're always nasty in the ring. They pull hair, they bite, but I can do the same thing. And the next one is from Mary Jones from Knoxville, Tennessee. And she says, "You are my favorite wrestler." Well, thanks. And I would like to become a wrestler, and how do I go about it? Well, first of all, I think you should finish high school and then write me in care of L.P.W.A. And the next one is from a guy, let me see, what's he say? "I never liked you. You're too clean cut for me. I like my woman dirty looking. But since I collect photos, send me one." I wouldn't send you anything. In fact, you must be Sue Sexton's boyfriend. But don't ever write me again. Okay? Until next week.
Welcome to L.P.W.A. Hold of the Week. This week we'll be looking at the double wrist lock takedown. Now for a minute, let's go to the center of the ring and take a look at exactly how the double wrist lock takedown occurs. You have both women in the squared-off professional stance, open stance. From that point, they go into the professional tie-up. From this point, offensive wrestler moves about the right hand, comes around, up, over, slides down onto the wrist. From this point, she comes across with her left hand, threading over the top of the arm, coming back through and locking onto her own wrist, which makes it the double wrist lock. From this point, she will go into a backward roll, taking her opponent all the way through and complete. Now let's take a look at the double wrist lock takedown in one continuous motion. And the move is complete. And there you have it from L.P.W.A. Hold of the Week.
I'm a firefly and a lady with many talents. You want to know what my specialty is? Give me a call.
The best bet in wrestling will return in just a moment.
Fast as Bruce Lee. I could kill a man, eventually.